Remember Masters of the Universe Revelation? If you don't, I don't blame you, because it was horrible. It was a garbage show. And there was a lot of hype leading up to that show, by the way, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that they pulled a switch and bait with He-Man. They made it look like He-Man was the main character of the show, which is what you should expect, because the original show was called He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And instead, we got a show about Teela and Evil Lyn. That's what we got. And it made a lot of people very, very upset. And that's mostly because Kevin Smith lied for a whole year leading up to it. He lied over and over again, dragged Clownfish TV through the mud because they got a scoop saying Teela is the main character. And Kevin Smith came out and said, "Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true. Teela's a part of the show, as she always has been. But He-Man is front and center." And then the show came out, and that was a huge lie. A lot of backlash that I don't think people are over, because I'm going to tell you, did you know that season 2 came out today? Yeah, part 2 is out today, and there's been no hype. No one's talking about it. I didn't even know it came out until I stumbled on a Twitter post. I completely forgot. So I guess the real question is, does He-Man come in and become a main part of the show again? Because they've been teasing Savage He-Man and all this stuff. Guess what? He doesn't. So the obvious spoilers, if you give a shit, I don't think anybody does. I don't think anybody wants to watch it, because all of that good faith has been destroyed. That's why they should have released it all in one setting, to keep that hype up. So it'd be interesting to see if this does well. First one did well, and Kevin liked to brag about that. How's part 2 going to do? Because all of that hype is gone. There's no hype. So once again, we have part 2 out, and He-Man still takes a backseat. It's right there in the headline. Masters of the Universe Revelations Part 2 review. Reboot puts He-Man in the backseat. Masters of the Universe Revelation gets draggy along the way, but safe to say this reboot is a success. Why is it a success? Because it focuses on Teela and Evil Lyn. This is, as Kevin Smith put it himself before this even came out, part 2 is Evil Lyn's story. And yes, it is. I don't know if I have spoiler pictures of it, but Evil Lyn gets the power sword and usurps Skeletor. Savage He-Man is basically the Hulk, and he doesn't get a focus until the king tells Adam he loves him, and then he gets a little bit of a focus and beats up on Skeletor. And then Evil Lyn gets the power sword, and spoilers, Hordak returns. And they all have to take him down. I don't know if I'm going to actually watch this. I don't know. I don't think that it's going to be as popular of a topic as it was last time, because I think everyone's already just kind of abandoned hope for this show to actually be good. So let me read you a little bit. Oh, and IGN only gave it a 7 this time. I think they gave it like a 9 last time. They didn't like it this time, even though Teela is the main character. So I'll just read you this little bit here. And I guess you can decide if you actually want to watch this shit. I'm skipping it, I think. No, I'll probably watch. It's only 5 episodes, and they're only like 30 minutes each. Just so I can talk about it on Saturday, the live stream. So listen to this. The second part of the series delves a lot into the people that make Eternia the role of the sorceress and the fact that the power sword is just a conduit for harnessing champion superpower. And ultimately, the shocker at the end says a new chapter is over the horizon. Somewhere in all these explanations, Revelations loses itself and focuses more on the magic and the appreciation of the universe. Such is the focus on the world building that the battle between He-Man and Skeletor takes a back seat. Why are we still world building? What's left to world build here? There's an entire series before this show, by the way. So isn't most of the world building done there, I would think? And hey, what a great idea. Let's let the final battle between He-Man and Skeletor take a back seat. I mean, people have only been waiting decades to see it. But nah, we're gonna set that aside. Last we saw, Teela and her band of heroes and villains succeeded in bringing Prince Adam from Preternia, only for them to discover that Skeletor was hiding in Evil Lyn's scepter the entire time. He seizes the right opportunity to grab the power sword and becomes Skelly God, an improved and far powerful version that dictates the terms for the first couple of episodes. Soon after, the threat arises in the form of a disgruntled Evil Lyn that also ends up with an unlikely team-up between the good and the evil that most errants didn't expect. Much of He-Man is seen only in the final 2 chapters, and until that time, it is all a Prince Adam show who proves that being a hero isn't about ripping huge muscles and that sword. Teela and Evil Lyn steal the show in the end, making He-Man more of a supporting character. This may not sit down too well with some sections of the audience, but we're willing to let that pass under the assumption that there might be a part 3 in the offing. So, He-Man, the guy people have been waiting decades to see once again, becomes a supporting character, and Teela and Evil Lyn steal the show. Because that's what everybody wants to see. That's what everybody wants to see, right? Everyone's been waiting decades to see Evil Lyn and Teela steal the show. Oh, in part 3, not going to happen. Because I would be willing to bet the numbers for this season are horrible compared to part 1. Because you can't do the bait and switch again. No one's fallen for it this time. So you're kind of stuck with what you had, which was a bunch of disappointed fans. And I don't think they're coming back because unlike last time, like I said before, there's no hype for this. Like nobody's talking about it. Nobody was talking about it leading up to it, and nobody's really talking about it now. Teela and Evil Lyn's past are better explored, making them key characters in the series. The latter was seen siding with the heroes, and the betrayal by the one who claims to have made her stings her hard as she goes on a universe-destroying spree. Teela's metamorphosis from a warrior to a sorceress is an emotional journey, and these aspects lend depth to the show. Masters of the Universe Revelation impresses in a draggy sort of way, but safe to say the reboot is a success. How is it an impressive in a draggy sort of way? So it's impressive in being slow and boring. Okay. This is terrible. No one's gonna watch it. I think it's honestly probably DOA. Here's your look at Evil Lyn with the sword, by the way. And for some reason, Skeletor still has the power without the sword. I don't know if that's because once you have it, you can still use it. But they team up, and then, we have Abby from The Last of Us 2 returning as Evil Lyn. That's something I'm sure many people will be excited about. So, F this show, man. I hope it does terrible. I hope the ratings are terrible for this, and this is good. Kevin Smith pretty much destroyed his legacy with this show. So it was a huge sellout, and I think it will affect Clerks 3. The movie that he's desperately trying to pump up now off of piggybacking off of this show, and I don't think it's going to do well because he's kind of destroyed his goodwill with people by proving himself to be a gigantic liar. So, I don't know, give me your thoughts if you watched it. What did you think about it? Are you going to watch it? What are your thoughts? Also, if you would please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to Yellow Flash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.